Hello all, this is Bobby T. I'm one of your Kansas City sports insiders, as well as your Mizzou and Missouri State sports insider for IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Now, the Royals just completed the first half of their season yesterday by finishing out a 6-game homestand against the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Mets. Last Wednesday, the Royals completed their sweep of the Pittsburgh Pirates and then followed it up with losing 2 out of 3 to the New York Mets. So with that, with the Royals completing the first half of the season, they officially sit at 47-50 in the standings and are 12 games out of first place, but are also 4.5 games out of the last wildcard spot. So whenever the second half of the season starts after the All-Star break, it's going to be very interesting to see if the Royals decide to become buyers or sellers as the trade deadline looms later in the month. Now, speaking of the All-Star game, last week the Royals added a couple of late additions to the team. So the Royals originally had Bobby Witt Jr. and Kris Bubic were both elected to the All-Star team. And then we later found out on Friday, actually, that Carlos Estevez, the Royals closer, as well as Maikel Garcia, were both late additions to the All-Star roster, which were selected by the AL manager for the All-Star team, Aaron Boone. So the Royals now actually will have 4 players in the All-Star game, and it'll be very interesting to see how each are used or how much each player will play in that game. Lastly, just want to touch on also the MLB draft, which actually just started yesterday. So the Royals, with their first selection in the first round yesterday, selected Sean Gamble. He's actually a second baseman / outfielder for the team. With what he had previously played. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Royals are going to use him as an infielder or an outfielder. I would have to guess probably at this point, just due to the lack of outfield depth, that maybe he's going to be used as an outfielder. But time will tell, as far as, when he's closer to getting to the majors, which is probably still 2 to 3 years away if he does, make it that soon, to see, what position he'll end up playing. But right now he's kind of one of those, I won't quite say he's, the same, category as Caglione, in which he can play multiple positions. But, he does provide that depth in which he can play, appears both the outfield and infield. So that's your Kansas City Royals update, and I'll see you next time.